Hey, here comes Skippy. He wants in on this too. All right. We are 2 days and a wake up away. This is Thursday morning. It's 10 minutes till 5 on the clock. So I got to tell you, I've been trying to figure out this video for, you know, probably a couple weeks. Um, I was messaging back and forth all yesterday with Scott Hyder trying to put together a donation link. I'll get more to that at the end. But my biggest problem here was, well, it's hidden battles. And I made a bunch of these videos trying to figure it out. And I was like, what are hidden battles? And then good question. But you know what? Hidden Battles Foundation is for hidden battles. But it hit me, and I got a much brighter outlook because, well, let's face it, when you're talking about hidden battles, that typically involves a level of depression. And, well, let's face it, depression's kind of depressing, right? But then it hit me. It's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. And that's exactly what the Hidden Battles Foundation's for. Hi, Skeppy. Yes, you're a good boy. Um, he is. He's a really good boy. Um, so Hidden Battles is for first responders. It was, military, veterans, police, fire, EMT, 911 operators, EMS, nurses, everybody. These are typically the people that deal with trauma on a daily basis of a plethora of different levels. And I know there's a lot of people out there that say, well, I had this accident, or this happened to me when I was little, or the list goes on. Okay. So there are a lot of people that have PTSD outside of first responders. And there's a resource tab in this website that you can go to and find helplines for it. You can internet search it. It's out there. This particular organization or foundation cared enough to include those for you too, not just first responders. They put these in the list. It's there. Scott Hyder started this foundation because of his own personal. I mean, which isn't that why most of us do what we do, is because something that happened to us. Me doing this ride, I was in the service. I'm a veteran. Um, I was in law enforcement, and my nephew had surgery from the Shriners. So they all hold a place for me. And when I couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted to do, it hit me there too. I said, why not do all three? Everybody does this or that or the other. And I'm like, I really couldn't make up my mind. And I'm like, the heck with it. I'm going to do all of them. And why shouldn't I? So the local paper here just did an article about my ride coming up. So no pressure. um, yeah, you need to go in here, go to the About section. I'm putting a link down below. I'll show you a uh, few pages in their website here in a minute. It's really, really an awesome program. But I just want to say this. A lot of people go through trauma at home. And I'm sorry that you do. I'm sorry for that. Um, you need to reach out to somebody. There's a lot of people with depression that weren't first responders. There's people out there you can talk to um, that are trained for this. um, relationships, couples, family, an accident, loss of a loved one. I'm talking about the dog. Um, it's real. It's real for everyone, and we know it is. But when groups like this come together for first responders, it's because they're first responders. It's because when they do it for veterans, it's because they're veterans, and you need to understand that nobody's excluding you. You need to find your tribe. You need to find your group of people. It's like people that go to AA. You know, um, that's their tribe. Those are people that are like-minded, and that's why the different organizations need to exist, because a lot of first responders, that's who they want to be around, because that also gives them their security. That also gives them their comfort level. Um, cops talking to cops, firemen talking to firemen, people in first responders talking to each other in a group, veterans with veterans. I mean, it just is. I just wanted to take a minute and say that, because I don't want anybody to think that you don't count, because you do. Everybody counts. And go to the resource page, and if you don't find what you're looking for there, Google it. There's groups out there for everybody. And like I said, if you went through that at home, or you went through that in a relationship, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. And there is help out there, even if you don't do it in the form of help, even if you just find like a brother or a sister to spend time with, just to get out of the fog, if you will. So anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to show you who Scott Hyder is. I'm just going to go over a couple of pages. He has all these drop down links in their website. He's got a great staff. It's actually quite impressive. The history of them, and things, and what they do, and the events that they host. And they do the hikes and the rucks where their tribe is there, and they don't even have to talk. They're just together. They're getting the camaraderie. And that's what I mean by find your tribe. You don't have to just talk about things. You might find that person that has been through a similar issue, and you just decide to go golfing. Or I don't golf, only because I never have. I I would be terrible, but I like to go fishing. So I'd find somebody that wants to go fishing, right? Stuff like that. So let's go. Let's get into Hidden Battles Foundation. And there's the homepage for Hidden Battles Foundation. And as you can see, all the military and first responders down at the bottom. When you go right here to the first drop down, there's the About Us. There's programs, there's events. Now they are still golfing, but the 22 for 22 was just this past May, a few weeks ago. Store, gallery, resources. So when you go to the About Us, there's Scott Hyder on the left and his brother Nick. And well, that's his story. So you go there and read that, because that's his story to tell, not mine. And here's the team. As we scroll through there, you can see it's pretty good sized. And you'll have the opportunity to go in and check out each one of them. And when we go to their gallery, let's go back to the top. There's kayaking. And as we scroll down, we get into Jeeps. Then we get into golfing. It's a bunch of golfers. And you get into the rucking. You get into the hikes, the ruck march. And like I say, you got firemen, you got police, you got military, you got everybody. So, and they all come together for the same thing. each other. It's a group. It's a family. It's a tribe, and you'll find yours. And if you don't have the peace of mind with somebody, you're not amongst your tribe. You need to find your tribe. And then there was the 22 for 22. That was May 17th, just a short time ago. That's typically an annual thing. And like it says, end veteran suicide. So the 22, a lot of it was, started out 22 push ups for 22 days because the number of veterans that committed suicide every day was 22. Then you've got the contact if you want to reach out to them. And I told you I would talk about the donations here in a minute. So they have the support. He's got a $50,000 goal. They're at $12,710. If you donate on this link, he's got either a $5 or a $10 minimum. And there's a memo section in there where you can put 450 challenge or river sticks. If you could just put something like that in there, that way he knows at least that's where it came from, so he can update the rest of us. The 3 charities that I have, I'm designing for the 3 charities, so you can give $1 to each one. Now, I know there's a lot of you that can give more, and that's great. And if you can, I encourage it, because these 3 causes are very real. Shriners Children's Hospital. I haven't made that video yet, but I think most people are already familiar with that. The last video I made on Vocal, Voices of Change Animal League, that's very real. So this is all very real, and absolute worthy causes. So I encourage everybody, at least give $1. Everybody's got $1. And when I did this, I thought, a lot of people don't have $30. And if everybody has a $10 minimum, well, they're going to have to pick one, right? No, nobody can afford sometimes to give each charity $10 or $5. That could be their lunch for the week. Okay, I get that. So I am trying to keep it real. I did research, and the largest online donation, the largest average, I mean, not the amount, but the largest average amount is $1.14. And the 14 cents is to cover fees, because even when the 100% of the donation goes, there's still like bank fees. There's like, I don't know. If the 501c3 takes 100% of their money that's donated and they go into it, the banks and all stuff still have fees. That's just like, my PayPal. It's like 3.5%. It's really cheap. I did make a PayPal. If you want to support the ride, 50 cents or a cup of coffee or a gallon of gas, I appreciate it. I'm not asking for me. I've done all of this out of pocket so far, and I don't have a problem with that. I put it up there because it would be nice to get help funding the ride. So I did the math, and at an average of $30 a campground, you're looking at almost $4,000 with taxes, and that's if you can get them all that cheap. Most of them aren't. If you get to a lot of these hot areas, they're $70, $80 even for a tent site. Look it up. It's quite expensive. I figured all in all, it would probably be $6 to $7 grand. Now I'm offsetting that because I'm in a lot of different groups on Facebook, and a lot of them do hosting for people that are adventuring on motorcycles. So we'll just leave that there. I don't know any of these people. I will meet them as I go, but I think I'm going to be able to get quite a few hosts that way, and well, I can't give it away. You'll see when I do it. But this foundation is fantastic. I'm put a link below. Check it out. Like I said, I've been talking with Scott or texting with Scott all day yesterday, and we will have that link hopefully up today, if not tomorrow, because Saturday I'm packing and Sunday I'm on the road. Um, yeah, we basically got 2 days in wake up, not counting today, folks. It's about to get real. So, thanks for watching. And oh, and if you want to follow the Patreon, it's $1 a month. That's it, $1 a month. Um, there'll be daily updates on there. When I get up in the morning, I'll probably make a post or a photo or a short video. If I stop along the way and I shoot a short or something, it'll be on there. When I camp for the night, there'll probably be something on there. 2 or 3 times a day, there'll be updates where I'm at, what I'm doing. Where on YouTube, I'll probably just be trying to make a weekly video. I will probably do some shorts, and they're usually 30 to 60 seconds or under. Typically, they can be longer, but those are in the shorts. I'll probably do. I'll try to do a daily short if there's something worthy where I'm at, um, to show you. So that will help support the ride. I am not paid or sponsored by anybody. 100% of your donations to the 3 charities go to them completely. They're not paying me. I get no percentage, nothing. I've actually made donations to 2 of them myself. So remember, in the comments, put 450 challenge or river Styx or something like that, just so they know, why, where, who, what, when, where, how, all that. So I'm getting really nervous. I ain't gonna lie about it. 2 days and a wake up. Wow. This is going to be, I'm sure it'll be fun, but I'm sure it's going to be an experience. Talk to you soon. See ya.